Hi there, thank you for joining me once again. We shall be doing an example on a T formula and try to explain a few more concepts using the example. So the example says use the T formula to solve the following equations, and part A is 3 cos theta minus 4 sin theta plus 1 is equal to 0. Remember, we know that cos theta is equal to simply 1 minus t squared over 1 plus t squared, and then sin theta is also there. These formulae are in the logbook, so there is no need to cram. If you cannot simply understand, then carry your logbook. It's at about 7,000 or 8,000, and they are acceptable in the examination room. So wherever there is cos theta, we shall replace it with 1 minus t squared over 1 plus t squared, and wherever there is sin theta, we replace it with its equal, which is 2t over 1 plus t squared, just like I've done there. Now what happens here is simple algebra. If you cannot do that algebra, I'll refer you to the videos that are soon coming out for algebra, such that you are well conversant with that. So you simply multiply through by the LCM, which is 1 plus t squared, all throughout. And once you multiply it all throughout, you obtain that expression. Once you first expand and collect like terms, you'll obtain the expression I'm writing above there, which is 2t squared plus 8t minus 4 equal to 0. And this is a quadratic equation in terms of t. If you cannot still solve quadratic equations, I'll refer you to videos of algebra. So we divide through by 2 because we want to make t with the coefficient of 1. I'm going to use completing squares. You can use any other method, however I find this convenient for me. So once I complete squares, I'll obtain t is equal to plus or minus the root of 6 minus 2. If you cannot complete squares still, I'll refer you to the other videos of algebra. And so t is either equal to root 6 minus 2 or negative root 6 minus 2. However, remember that the t formula says that t is equals to tan theta over 2. So we can also say either tan theta over 2 is equal to root 6 minus 2, or tan theta over 2 is equals to negative root 6 minus 2. And so once I consider the first one for tan theta over 2 is equals to root 6 minus 2, I'll get the arctan of root 6 minus 2, which is 24.2 degrees. I'll emphasize this again. Do not multiply through by 2 at this point. It is a misleading concept like we saw in the previous tutorials. So we first of all obtain for the angles of theta over 2, I'll use the formula, the general formula. And for tan theta, it is equal to 180n plus theta. And so if I want to get the other values for theta over 2, I replace theta, which is my principal value, 24.2. And when n is 0, theta over 2 is equals to 24.2 degrees. And when n is equal to 1, theta over 2 is going to give me a value that is outside my range. And so I can now conclude with the values of theta over 2 being only equal to 24.2 degrees as my only angle. So I continue and find the angle theta by now multiplying through by 2, which gives me 48.4 degrees. And so I reconsider tan theta over 2 is equals to negative root 6 minus 2, and get the principal value there by getting the arctan of negative root 6 minus 2, which is negative 77.3 degrees. I'll use the general formula. You can use the diagram and see the answers you obtain also. However, I'll not do that in this video. So theta over 2, if I want to get the other angles, I'll replace it in the formula that I wrote previously, 180n minus the principal value, which is 77.3 degrees. And when n is equal to 0, theta over 2 is equals to negative 77.3 degrees, and when n is equal to 1, it is equal to 102.7 degrees. and when n is equal to 2, it gives me a value outside my range, and therefore I'll obtain only one angle because even the first is outside the range, which is 102.7 degrees. However, that is for theta over 2, and for theta it will be equal to 205.4. Write them beginning with the smallest to give you the final answer. Thank you.